Now, you're all live. We're recording this. We're on YouTube and we're on Zoom. So pretend you're in a courtroom and we're having actual court proceedings because that's what we're doing and hundreds of people are watching you. Well, we're just going to go. We have the chat on. I can't turn it off right now. But good morning. You're here for an arraignment. The arraignment is the process where the judge tells you what you're charged with and asks you how you wish to plead to the charge. We have a very busy morning where as soon as we do this, we're going to start our pre-exam conferences. Good morning, Mr. Barnes. We're going to start with Jacob Britton. Mr. Britton, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you turn your camera on? All right, this is file 202417ST.
There.
You got a ticket.
Can you see me?
Yes, you got a ticket on October 23rd, 2020 for driving suspended. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points on your license and requires that your license be suspended. Do you understand the charge?
Yeah.
My understanding is that you're suspended for an unpaid ticket in Kalamazoo County. Have you paid the ticket?
I did not, and I was curious as to what the underlying issue was actually.
It was a speeding ticket in Kalamazoo County.
I was aware of that.
I don't have a very good signal for you, Mr. Britton. Maybe
Yeah.
you got a ticket in Kalamazoo on
Get on that.
May 6th of 2020, and they suspended your license on October 6th for not paying the ticket. So you're suspended from Kalamazoo County from October of 20 for not paying a ticket.
Okay.
Have you made any effort to pay it?
I was unaware that that was the underlying issue, and so I have not, but I will.
All right, I'm going to set this for a pretrial 2 weeks from today and give you an opportunity to pay that ticket.
Okay.
2 weeks from today is June 14th at 8:30. Your ticket, Mr. Thomas H. I'm going to need
Huh?
Somebody's got us double feeded here. The defendant will pay the ticket.
All right, there, that's better.
All right, I'm continuing this for 2 weeks. June 14th at 8:30 will be by Zoom like this once again. Are you still at the West U Avenue address?
Correct.
All right, we'll send you a notice of that. Contact Kalamazoo, pay that ticket, and I think the prosecutor will give you some consideration. Driving suspended is going to cause you to be further suspended. You need to get this taken care of, and the prosecutor can change it into something that won't suspend your driving record.
Okay, thank you for the information.
All right, you're good to go. I'll see you in 2 weeks. It'll be a different number that you'll log into for the pretrial, and we'll send you that in the mail.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jacob, I will remove you from the queue here. John Paul Lewis, JP, would you unmute your phone?
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Lewis.
Good morning.
This is file 211028. There's no charging document in the file. Allegedly, you've been charged with retail fraud. This is file 211028. Mr. Stickley, are you aware of any charging document in there?
I am not, Your Honor, and I'm looking now to see if I have anything on my end. I have not been provided with anything additional. Hang on. My on base is a little bit slow this morning for some reason.
Yeah, I'm having trouble too. Mr. Lewis, I'm going to do the same thing with you. I'm not even sure what you're charged with, and I'm going to set a pretrial. They need to file a complaint.
Who is they?
The prosecuting attorney.
Okay.
I'm going to dismiss it and have you get
court.
arrested over again. I'm going to set a pretrial for the same day, June 14th. Well, that's actually June 15th. At 8:30. If I dismiss it, you could end up getting arrested all over again, and that's not a good thing.
I won't go.
Are you still living on Stolt Road?
Yes.
Are you working somewhere?
Lawn care.
All right. I'm going to send you a new notice for a pretrial 2 weeks from today, June 15th at 8:30, and hopefully there'll be a charging document in there so we'll know what you're charged with. If they don't file anything, I'm going to dismiss this. But right now, I can't even tell what the charge is. So you're good to go.
Thanks, Your Honor.
All right. See you in 2 weeks. We'll give you a different number.
All righty.
Okay, we're crawling along here. April Montaigne, good morning.
Morning, sir.
They charged you with littering on private property under state law. Let's take a look at this. They allege that on or about February 11th that you littered on the grounds of Paul Oshthoff in Colon Township. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. How do you plead to that charge?
Not guilty.
All right. I'm not going to put you in jail for littering. You've got those PPO cases going on. I'm going to be dealing with that.
Yeah, I got a lot of fans these days, sir.
Yes. I'm going to show you're pleading not guilty. No trial from prosecutor. I'm gonna just set this for a 1-hour bench trial.
Excuse me, sir. What's a bench trial?
It's a trial in front of a judge. They
Okay.
can just bring in their evidence and prove it. I'm not gonna put you in jail for this. I can't imagine jailing somebody on a littering case unless they fail to pay or something.
Well, that's good, sir, because I honestly didn't do it.
All right. All right, you're good to go, April. I will see you on that PPO stuff later in the week, I guess.
Yep, tomorrow morning.
All right, but this littering case is done. Same dial in for tomorrow, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Barnes, let's take care of some of your stuff. Samantha Byers is here. This is two files, 211037OM and 211038OM. Alleged that on May 15th, she was a disorderly person in the city of Three Rivers. She missed an earlier date because I think she was confused about how to log in, but both of these are set for now. Ms. Byers, disorderly person is a misdemeanor under Three Rivers ordinance, is punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. There are two separate counts here. Mr. John Barnes is the Three Rivers City Attorney. He is here with us.
Oh, okay.
Also present is Mr. Keith Stickley, the Chief Public Defender for the county. Mr. Barnes, is there an offer here?
Yes, plead to one, dismiss the other. Basically, it was disturbing the peace, making disturbance. So her choice as to which one she'd want to plead to, first or second count.
All right, they would dismiss one file for a plea to the other file. The normal fine for this is $100 plus $125 of costs, and as a rule, I'll give you at least 30 days to pay it. They say on different occasions on the same day you were disorderly in Three Rivers.
Right.
How do you plead to that charge?
I'm just going to save everybody's time. I'm just going to plead guilty to everything, and you just tell me what I need to do.
All right, what did you do?
I don't really know how to put it in short terms, I guess, but I had been seeing a guy, and I had lent him some money, and I walked over to have him pay me back, and he didn't want to come outside, and there's these other females there, and they were all yelling at me and stuff. It's on the internet. There's like videos, you know, like a lot of people record things these days. And so, I mean, it turned into a big fiasco when I really wasn't intending it to become any kind of confrontation like that. But nonetheless, it happened, and I'm deeply remorseful for it. I wish I would have just not went over there. And
all right, well, let me tell you some things, and this applies to everybody else that's here. Do you understand that if you plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
right,
There'll
yeah,
be
that's
no
fine.
trial. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. We could appoint one for you. The Chief Public Defender is here now. Just a minute. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to take the witness stand and testify in your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did decline to testify, the judge or jury could not use your silence against you. And finally, you'd have the right to be presumed innocent if and until the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Not innocent, but not guilty. All right, now this was down on John Glenn Court. There's only one house down there. Who is this person you're trying to collect money from?
Well, it's his name is, oh, my phone's dying. Sorry. Can you see me still?
Yeah.
His name is Thomas Odell. I've known him since high school. So I've known him for about 13 years. Just got back in touch with him, but I walked over to not the mother, like it's somewhere he hangs out at. I don't really know. I just had gone over there a couple times with him, so I knew he was gonna be there. I'm not even really quite sure.
What was your graduation year?
I graduated 2010 from Centerville.
Okay. Well, I'll accept your plea. It sounds like there was a ruckus. I'll dismiss 1038, plea in 211037, dismiss 211038. There's a $100 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee. 225, due within 30 days, which would be July 1. Can you pay this by July 1?
Absolutely, sir. I can pay it right now.
All right. The feeling of regret you have, hold on to that. So the next time you think about doing something dumb like this, you'll think about that. And you save yourself a lot of money and grief.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you still live at the Starboard Drive address?
Yeah, I'm down here in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
All right. I guess that's a good place to be, good as any. Anyway, don't come
Right.
here and stir things up.
No, I'm not coming back anytime
$100.
soon.
One case is dismissed, the other is resolved. Can't pay it, contact the court, but you're good to go. Okay. All right, John, let's see what else we've got for you. John William Kapp. Good morning, Mr. Kapp. This is file 21104. You're charged with driving suspended under Three Rivers City Ordinance. The allegation is that on May 19th, you were driving in the city of Three Rivers while your license was suspended. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Mr. John Barnes, the Three Rivers City Attorney, is here with us. Mr. Barnes, what's the status here?
It's my understanding he's revoked, but I'm not sure why, because I don't have a.
Well, let's take a look. Got a driving suspended in Kalamazoo. He's a CDL holder. And then he's got another ticket for failing to comply with a commercial ticket in 2018. And then it goes backwards. He has quite a bit of baggage on his driving record. And at least one prior driving suspended from Kalamazoo County in 2018. So apparently, Mr. Kapp, there's no plea offer here. If you plead guilty, we'll talk about it and make sure you understand what you're doing. If you wish to plead not guilty, I could appoint an attorney to assist you with this and set it for further pretrial. What would you like to do?
I haven't had a license in 20 plus years, so I think I mean, I just
Mr. Kapp, I might recommend that you enter a not guilty plea today and get appointed representation to see if there's some issues you can't get ironed out.
Mr. Barnes, if he does that, will you turn it over to the prosecutor for a DWLS second offense?
Probably, yes.
What's that mean?
Well, let's talk about that. You should understand everything. That was Mr. Stickley. He's the chief public defender, and his job is to look out for your interests here at this initial arraignment hearing. You've got several prior driving suspended charges, and you haven't had a license in many years. The charge was charged as a misdemeanor first offense under Three Rivers City Ordinance. You can't charge a second offense under city ordinance. If it's second or greater offense, it's punishable by up to a year in jail. It has to be charged under state statute, which would go to the county prosecutor's office. So in Mr. Barnes's view, if the matter's going to have to be tried, it might as well be tried as a second offense. So his offer is to plead to a first offense and not charge you with a second offense. Mr. Stickley's advice is perhaps you could get an attorney to help you with this. I'm good either way.
So what you're saying is, if I leave it to the city attorney, it won't go to my driving record and I won't be suspended for an additional 5 years and plead guilty today and deal with the repercussions. Or get an attorney, take it to a second offense, then the conviction would be then in turn to the Secretary of State so that I would have an additional 5 years if I am found guilty.
Yes, although they could negotiate it to a first. It's not a bad suggestion to get an attorney,
It's already a first.
I just thought I'd let you know that the normal procedure would be if it's a second and the defendant doesn't, they normally turn it into a second. Either way, I'm not going to send you today if you did plead because I need more information. But Mr. Stickley's been here with us about a month. Abstract, it looks like an attorney would be appropriate, but I thought I should let you know that up the charge.
So if I postpone it, you're going to upcharge.
Well, that's not a given. That's not an absolute given, but it's the normal procedure for some of these.
I mean,
but if you had an attorney, they could help explain all the nuances and help perhaps negotiate a.
well, like me completing Swift Insure and whatnot type of stuff. You know, Your Honor, I screwed up. I went to go get my hair cut. I shouldn't have. Deal with the repercussions.
So you're willing to plead to DWLS first?
If that's a lesser charge, then
Now, I went through the advice of rights just a minute ago. Do you understand you have those same rights?
yeah, but they changed from misdemeanor to felony. I mean, one's a 1 year and this is a 93-day, correct?
Correct. Other than that, did anyone promise you anything?
Just the statues.
All right. Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
You finished Swift Insure or that stuff?
Successfully, yes.
Congratulations. That's not easy to do. It's like graduating from the Marine Corps boot camp. So you must have something on the ball if you were able to complete Swift Insure.
Yeah, I went and I made a bad choice. I went to go get my hair cut on a friend's motorcycle. I pulled a wheelie over some tracks, tried to avoid some bumps, save the plastic, and I screwed up. So I'm here to be accountable for my actions, and
All right.
there's no sense of wasting nobody else's time or money for my negligence.
All right. I appreciate your straightforward attitude. I'm going to set this for sentence for June 22 at 9 a.m. Mr. Barnes will be here. We'll get your police, get the full driving record and the police report. All right, Mr. Stickley, you're good to go. I'll see you in about 3 weeks, July 22nd.
Wow.
Don't put any more wheelies between now and then. See what we're going to do, all right? All right, you're good to go. I'll see you in 3 weeks. We'll send you that notice.
Thank you.
All right, we've got Thomas. Thomas, what's your last name? All right, turn your back on. Unmute your mic.
My last name is Hebron.
What are you here for? Let's take a look.
Not on the arraignment. I was
Thomas Hebron? Let's see if he's in my on-base queue. Do you have it, John?
No, I don't have any. He's not on the arraignment sheet or sent me.
All right, we'll come back to you in a moment. Let's take care of Miss Carter. She didn't show up when she was supposed to, and for some reason they set a Sturgis case on a Tuesday, so the Sturgis city attorney isn't here. Are you Danette Michelle Carter?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
This is an order to show cause because you didn't show up when you were supposed to, but maybe there was an issue.
Yes, Your Honor. I had a lot of things going on.
Well, you
homeless.
pled guilty and you were set for sentencing, and we gave you a date for sentencing, and then you didn't show up, and then you tried to call in. So this is a time and date for sentencing on a charge of driving with no operator's license. Let me see, I think you may have a bond in here.
I thought it was for the 21st, and in fact it was for the 19th.
PR bond. You missed some court date, so how long were you in jail?
I was in jail overnight.
All right, I tried to call you that morning without any luck. I'm just gonna do the sentence on the no ops. It's a City of Sturgis case. You could have saved yourself some grief, I guess, by showing. 1 day credit, 1 day, leaving 0 days to serve. I don't believe we have any cash bond posted. $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. $200, that's due by July 1st. Can you pay that in 30 days?
Yes, Your Honor, I can.
All right. Are you still at the Centerville Road address?
No, Your Honor. Actually, I'm at Keystone homeless shelter in Centerville.
All right.
But I can give you an address where I receive my mail.
Why don't you call in with that if you can't pay the fine?
I get paid on the 3rd of every month, so I could pay it by the 3rd.
All right, I'll make it due by the 4th. By the 5th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, now let me repeat. If you can't pay it, contact the court. We'll try to work something out. The goal is to get the fine paid, not necessarily put you in jail.
Okay. I can give you my new address where I received my mail.
Okay. Well, I don't want to do it here on the live feed, so you can give that when you call in to pay the fine, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Now,
Your Honor.
let's find out who this Thomas dude is. He said Hebron, I thought he said.
So I can go?
Yes, you can go.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, I have his name pop up in on base, but for something a year or two ago, I don't have anything current that I see.
Well, 3. Disorderly person, City of Three Rivers. He's
Yeah.
set for June 1st in the AS 400. So he's here on the right time,
Okay.
but he isn't on our queue and he isn't,
Not being an on-base professional, Your Honor, would this possibly have been a failure to show before?
it's a paper file. Let me see if I can find it.
Because I have that file, I have a ticket on exactly what you're talking about from back in October 1st of 2019.
All right, well, then you're doing better than I am, so let me see what I got. I'm looking for a file for Thomas Hebron. He's set for arraignment this morning. The file number is 192497.
Yep, we've got the ticket.
All right, well, he's not in the queue, and he's not on the list, so let me look in on base and see if I can find it.
Let me go see if I can pull that from the 2019 files, okay? I'll
All
be
right.
right back.
Well, let me see if I can find it another way, Mr. Hebron.
Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you. You had 2 things going, which was why we had such a feedback
I
loop.
apologize.
You got a ticket in Three Rivers on September 23rd of 2019 for being a disorderly person, Portage Avenue near Pretzman Street at about 9:30 at night. September 23rd of last year was a Wednesday. Portage Avenue and Pretzman. It's under Three Rivers ordinance, it's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. The normal fine is $200. How do you plead to that charge?
Your Honor, I can plead guilty to this charge. I plead guilty to this charge.
All right. Now, Mr. Stickley, the Chief Public Defender, is here if you wish to consult with him, but the other girl that pled to disorderly, she went down to try to collect a debt and there was a big ruckus.
Oh my gosh.
See, not on mine. All right, and you heard me go through the advice of rights. Did anyone promise you anything to plead to this?
No, Your Honor.
Threaten you?
No, Your Honor.
What happened? Sir, what happened?
Oh, Your Honor, I was at that location and I was going at what I thought to be the speed limit, sped up, and rather than step back on the street, I was in a pretty foul mood, and I kind of stood my ground, and the driver sped up and kind of brushed close to me, and then I yelled and created a ruckus, and the neighbor that was there came out of her house and was not not happy with my behavior that I was showing in front of her kids and things like that. Just so I created a ruckus there.
Well, that'll do it.
Yep.
I'm not sure what happened to this. It's on somebody's docket, but not on mine. I didn't know the thing. Did you, because you missed court, did you post a $200 bond? Yes, you did.
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Did you spend a night in jail?
I did. Yep.
Well, that was a lot of effort for this. If you'd showed up, we could have taken care of this.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, 1 day in jail credit, 1 day. A $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and $50 state minimum fee. $200, you posted $200 of bond, we'll apply your bond to your fine. You could have done without the day in jail if you'd shown up when you were supposed to, but I gave you 1 day in jail and I used your fine, your bond to pay your fine. And this matter is done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're good to go, sir. All right, now I've got some people coming in here, but I don't think they're related to our misdemeanors. I'm gonna release Mr. Hebron. I'm gonna stop.